Everyone, welcome back to the NFA Review channel. Today we're doing something a little bit different. We're filming in my house. So I met the guys at Tactical Walls at the IV 8888 shoot up in Georgia last year. We hit it off. I reconnected with them again at the NRA show and we concocted this little plan for a video. So we have some sponsors today. We have Rubber Dummies, we have AR500, they send some level 3 rated soft armor, and as usual, Freedom Munitions is supplying the ammo. So we're going to cover their end table, their coffee table, their rifle length shelf, and an issue box. It's not even everything that they make on their website. If you want to check that out, go to their website. They have tons of options to turn your home into a concealed gun owner's paradise. So let's get to it. All right, well, you already got a little glimpse on how the end table works in the intro scene to this review, but we're going to cover it in some detail. So one of the biggest things I want to note about their products is they are made here in the United States by Americans with real hardwood. So no Chinese-made particle board crap here. This is solid stuff. So it comes in multiple different finishes. I think this retails for just under 500 bucks. Now this is the end table. They also have a slightly taller one. It's the side table for your bed. So you got the nightstand and an end table. I think the only difference is a little shelf here to store whatever on. So how it works is basically they have a magnet version or the RIFD version, which I elected. They do have key fobs. I don't have any of those. So just a smaller version of this for your keychain. But basically you slide it on the hidden reader. You'll hear the beep, push up on the lock, and your firearm will come sliding out all slick 50 mode like freaking Skynet over here.
Dear God, you're saying this country is completely open to attack.
Theoretically, we could be under attack already.
Who's doing this? Foreign power or some computer hacker in his garage?
We can't trace the virus. We can't pin it down.
It's like nothing we've ever seen before. It keeps growing and changing, and like it has a mind of its own.
This can't be happening.
So actually in this one we have a Sig Sauer P225A1 with a Tyrant 9S and a spare mag in there just to show you kind of what you can throw in there. So I also put 2 Desert Eagle 50s in here and some other guns. So you do have some options. If you want to keep a suppressor on it in your house, you're going to have to stick with something small here with a smaller, like a K can or something like that. So again, to store it, push it in, grab it, shut it. You cannot open it. So if you have kids or something like that, I don't think this qualifies under federal law as a safe per se for kids, but you know, it is out of sight, out of mind, and nobody knows it's there. It blends right in to the background, which is pretty cool. So again, really cool end table here. So this actually shipped to my door in a flat box. The only assembly required was to screw on these 4 legs. So it took like 10 minutes to get this thing up and running and in my living room. Came with a CR123 battery for the actuator and the lock here. You just put the legs on, put the battery in, test your card, and then lock it, and you're ready to go. The hardest part of this whole thing is deciding what gun to put in it. All right, moving on to the coffee table. This is essentially the same thing as the end table. In fact, the instructions are even shared across the board because it's basically a rectangle versus a square. So again, it operates exactly the same. Grab your RIFD card. Now this has a reader here and a reader here, and it doesn't matter which one you hit, it's cross-linked. So no matter if you hit it on the left or the right, you'll hear it. And then you have the nice controlled deployment of the gun. Now you notice how it kind of came out nice and smooth. You can actually adjust that. So what they did is they put this friction barrel underneath here, and depending on the weight of the gun loadout you have, you can actually control the deployment of the gun. So you know, I have an MP5 with 2 mags here. It's pretty heavy. So we have it adjusted so it comes out in a nice smooth fluid motion. This again comes with multiple colors. I actually have the cherry matched to the end table that I just showed you. She's getting scared. There's a storm outside. This one retails for a little bit more than the end table. I believe this one is around $7. The end table is around $5. So you're paying a little bit more. But again, you can outfit your whole living room, guys. I mean, you go buy coffee table at Pottery Barn, you're going to pay more money, and it doesn't hold your MP5. So, I mean, just imagine you sitting in your living room, right, minding your own business, watching TV, someone breaks in, the majority of us have our guns and our nightstand in our room. You could have a 300 Blackout SBR, MP5, whatever in here, and you'll be ready to rock and roll. So definitely an awesome product, and one of my favorite features about it, again, is made right here in the United States. All right, moving on to their shelves. This is one of their larger shelves. This is the 1242 RLS. Little trade secret here. They hide the dimensions in the product name. So 1242, 12 deep by 42 inches wide, RLS, rifle length shelf. They do have smaller ones. They even have ones that are just made for pistol size. So again, I chose the RIFD option. Again, just like the coffee table, this has a reader here and a reader here. So pick which one you want. I found when you release it to push it in the middle so you take tension off both of the actuators at the same time. So release it, you'll hear it ding, push up, and you have that nice controlled descent of the bottom shelf. So just like the end table and the coffee table, they all share gas struts here, and that's what's controlling the fall. On the coffee table and the end table, you had not only the gas struts of the flap, I guess you could say, that conceals it, but then you also have the secondary movement of a shelf roller, and that's what you can adjust with that tension knob. So a little side information there. Again, they have a lot of finishes, guys, so you can kind of like mesh these with your home decor that your wife already has in place. I think this is a walnut with the black rope trim. Looks really nice. I'm going to throw like a LED TV on this for the guest room. So in here we have the SAE Bears Bark 20 gauge shotgun and the Desert Eagle. I don't know, it would definitely be a coin toss on which one of these to pick in a home defense situation. I don't know which one you would pick. They're both devastating. Wrong house, dirtbag! And they will get the job done. So again, awesome product by Tactical Walls, hidden in plain sight. So imagine you are at your most vulnerable. You're taking a dump, you're reading your favorite issue of Soldier of Fortune, and sure enough, the front door breaks down and you have a home invasion situation. Luckily, with Tactical Walls, they have the issue box. Yep, play of words here, issue box, tissue box, we all get it. Super easy product to use, retails for a really good price. This one has kind of a faux black ashwood look to it. It's plastic. I found the easiest way to actually use it and get into service quickly is to reach in and grab the tissue box that's actually in it and pull up. So that way you have the shallow mount tissues in your hand, you can throw it aside and retrieve your gun, which in this case we have a Beretta 21A with a Rugged Suppressor's Oculus 22 on it. So yeah, if you were here for a house party or something, not that I would leave these here all the time, but you would never suspect that while you're going to the bathroom there is a suppressed 22 right next to you. So really cool product, and really exciting that there is a company like this in existence that enables you to protect yourself in every aspect of your home. All right, everybody, I hope you thoroughly enjoyed today's video. It was certainly fun to film, even though it did take all day. Their products perform just as advertised, and we didn't even get to review everything that they make. If you want to see everything they make, like I said earlier, go check out their website. They have a plethora of items that you could find some way or another to make work in your house. As far as constructive criticism, one thing I would probably try to do if I was Tactical Walls, and they might be working on this, I haven't talked to them about it, is maybe design a little bit fancier end tables and coffee tables. Those of you out there who have wives who are comfortable with the idea of armed furniture might want something a little bit more traditional. This is pretty contemporary. You know, wrought iron leg work, rope edging like you saw on the shelf, rounded edges maybe. I don't know, I'm just throwing ideas out there. Other than that, everything else worked fine. I'm just nitpicking at this point. Huge shout out to Rubber Dummies and AR-500. Wow, we shot I think 29 rounds of 9mm. about 9 rounds of 22, 2 rounds of buckshot 20 gauge, and 1 round of 58E 325 grain full metal jacket. Didn't even go through after all that. We shot that the very last round. Super impressive. And a huge shout out to my boys over at Freedom Munitions. They saved me a lot of money to pump out these reviews for you guys. Again, if you guys want to save on your own stuff, use coupon code NFA Review as always. Now, for this video, we are going to launch a giveaway. Tactical Walls on my Facebook. When this video is going live for 1 week, I'm going to do a giveaway on Facebook, and they're going to give away a 812 shelf in your choice of color. I am also going to, in just a second, I'm going to cut this sucker open and see what it looks like on the inside. John really wants to find that 58E and make sure it didn't go anywhere because it's cracked on the back. I'm going to cut this open on video, and then I'm going to send the winner this vest and all the shell casings and stuff that was used today for today's video. So you're going to get this stuff from the video that we actually used and a brand new 812 shelf from Tactical Walls. If you guys liked today's video, make sure to click that like and subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Wow, that cut right through the armor. Jesus. Look at that.
Is that it?
I don't know. It's fucking big round.
big.
That
Looks
is
like
it. Yeah, dude.
All right, right there.
Holy crap.
So let's see. Yep, that's right where the hole is. So it pierced the back, but
It like split the foam
Yeah.
in the back, but it didn't go but what? A couple layers?
I can't even touch it going through the back side of it.
Look
So it
here.
didn't even-
Here's the,
There we go.
so that's the padding.
Yep.
So this is just a padding backer to help your ribs.
So
So it didn't even.
didn't even go through that last layer. Crazy. After all that punishment. That's definitely the 50.
That's the
So
50.
We're going to leave that in there for whoever wins.
Yeah, cool. Thanks for watching, guys.